So sometimes you might have the same named variables in more than one output dataset, but they have different meaning. Then in that case, if we use the match merging, it overwrites the variable values in the same named variable in the first dataset by the subsequent dataset. So suppose that we have two datasets. We have a first dataset, grade 4, includes the writing score for 5 students from writing teacher. And the second dataset, grade 5, has the reading score for these 5 students from their reading teacher. And that they have writing score and reading score. So in here, the first dataset, it has the variable name is score. It means the writing score. In the second dataset, there is a name score, but it's a reading score. If you do a match merging on this case, then the score in the first dataset is overwritten by the score in the second dataset. So to prevent overwriting, we can rename the variables by the renamed option in the merge statement. So in this case, we put the rename. Here, in the syntax, the rename. So we put the rename score equal to write and rename the score equal to read, so that we distinguish the two scores in these two data sets. So since the grade 4, it means actually the writing score, so we say score equal to write. And then grade 5, it means that the score means that it's a reading score, so score equal to read. And by ID. Then by using the rename options, so you can see your scores in two different data sets. So in option, the in option can create the name on temporary variable that indicates whether data set contributes data into current observation. So this in statement, in equal variable is a temporary variable, and it does not show the data set being created, but it is still effective during the data steps. So in the data set, the value of variable is equal to 1 if the data set contributes the data in the current observation, otherwise the value is equal to 0. So the in statement, on here we sort this data set by ID. So we make an ascending order in each data set by ID. And then we merge by grade in equal to in grade 1, in equal to in grade 2. So we have the contribution on grade 1 and grade 2. And if you do not sort back on this ascending order, then the system will generate an error on here. And then this in grade 1 and in grade 2, they are the temporary variables, and they do not appear in the output in here. So we can get the same result as the match merging on case. And you can, by using the in grade 1 in option, we can remove the unmatched observation. Suppose that we want to exclude the observation of students with ID equal to 4 and ID equal to 5 in the previous example. So in this case, you use the if statement, and if in grade equal to 1 and in grade equal to 2 equal to 1, which means that we include first three of the common observations in the grade 1 and grade 2 to return and to get the merging. So here, since this match merging in default returns the uncommon observations, but if the in grade 1 equal to 1 and in grade equal to 2 equal to 1, means that we only we would like to return in this the common this common variable on by ID. So here the ID, we have the ID 1 to 3 are common in this grade 1 and grade 2. So it output returns with the combined output with ID 1 to 3, and ID 4 5, which is only exists in the grade 1, so it does not return. And the SAS evaluates expression within each statement to produce result is either non-zero, zero, or missing. And then, since it is in grade 2 and in grade 1, they have value 1 or 0, so you do not have to specify 1 on here. And then in this case, these two have the same conclusion, because in grade 1 and in grade 2, they only take value 1 or 0. So you don't have to specify b equal to 1 on this in grade 1 and in grade 2. And then you may ask a question whether we can use where statement to replace the if statement, but the unfortunate answer is no, because the variables in the in statement is the temporary and not in the data set. So you cannot use the variable stated in the statement on the where, because if you want to use the where statement, the variable should be clearly shown in the listed in the data set. So if you do that, then you get the error. So if you just use the where statement instead of if, then you get an error in here. Then as the reading with the the SAS data set, you can use drop and keep options to keep and drop the variables in here. Okay, so let me stop in here, then I will continue on the next video.